Over the past 3 decades, Kenya has seen a significant migration of its population to urban areas in search of greener pastures, leading to overpopulation in major cities. This has led to a strain in provision of basic public services to residents, among modern challenges which the county and central governments strive to solve by implementing unsustainable policies. Other challenges include high demand of goods and services surpassing their supply. This has led to high pricing, production of counterfeit and low-quality products, as well as poor customer service as different suppliers dash in a frenzy trying to meet the overwhelming demand.
If I die in a war zone, box me up and send me home. Put my medals on my chest. Tell my mom I did my best. Tell my dad not to bow. He won't get attention from me now. Tell my brother to study perfectly. Keys of my bike will be his permanently. Tell my sister not to be upset. Her bro will not rise after the sunset. And tell my love not to cry, because I am a soldier and I was born to die.
Those were the words of fallen hero, a soldier in the front line, fighting for his beloved country. These words resonate with many, but the deepest sorrow is not only in the loss of their loved ones, but the painful experience of the bereaved family in raising funds to lay their loved ones to rest on a decent send-off. Meet Benjamin Kibiku, a former manager in a leading airline company who quit his luxurious job offer to offer solutions to an economic problem that both the county and central governments have been unable to fully resolve. Benjamin has ventured into an undertaking that very few persons would dare to dive into: funeral service.
My name is Benjamin Karuga Kibiko, who has been in this funeral business for over 20 years. And before I started funeral business, I worked in various organizations, namely East African Airways. That's when I left high school. That is in the mid-60s. And then after that, I joined the hotel business down at the coast, and then went back to the airline, which was running a tourist business airline, African Safari Club. And after that, I joined Ajib Kenya Limited as a marketing executive. And I worked there for over 15 years and retired to start Montezuma Mona Lisa Funeral Home.
His entry into a business that is painted red by many due to its delicate nature and accompanied customs is as a result of a personal bad experience.
It was way back in 1988 when I was still working as the marketing executive for the oil company. And I started off after having been inspired into the business by the situations that possibly I'll advise you later, which prompted me to consider setting up a funeral business.
It's in 1998 that he initiated this venture that has filled the gap by healing the aching hearts of the community by giving the departed a good send-off.
It was way back in 1983 when we lost a friend, and we were disappointed by the treatment we got at the city mortuary when we booked for a hearse. And before we could even take the hearse, it was removed from us and given to a high-placed person. And we ended up using our private vehicles, which was very uncomfortable then. And that is the time we decided being a few of us, to consider starting a funeral facility, but my other friends in the process backed out, and we could not start. And it was only after 5 years I had to resurrect the idea as a lone ranger.
Just like many new enterprises, Benjamin learned that the battle was not for the weak-hearted.
This is a business which is not predictable, and in fact, this is one of the areas which was even a big challenge even when we were trying to source finances, because this is a business where you cannot predict what business you'll be doing, because it will depend on the situation on the ground. If there is an accident, you are possibly assured then you have some business. Or if you have an epidemic, which will be a catastrophe, God forbid, that would also give you business. But when you find that everybody enjoys good health and people are careful on the road, possibly that time you cannot consider that you'll be very much in business. And also, to mention also, this is an area which has been where we are getting competition from all sectors, and especially when you find that almost every university, they have made funeral business as their core business.
When offering exemplary services, Kibiko emphasizes on consistency as a must-have quality.
We have been so consistent in offering exemplary services, whereby we have not had any history or any incident which you hear of that possibly a body ended up being buried wrongfully, coming from a funeral home, or possibly bodies being not properly preserved. We are known and we can also confirm that we are leaders when it comes to body preservation and also services.
Success to many is regarded to as the amount of returnings that come back into your company, while Benjamin evaluates success as being able to care for his employees and improve his business so as to offer better and more improved services.
We are successful because we have got a large number of personnel working for us. And since we are able to maintain them and we pay them handsomely, and we are able to maintain paying them without delays, and also at the same time we are able to pay our taxes. So that way we can say that we are successful in terms of business.
Montezuma is a one-stop shop that provides a mirage of services that are all customized to meet most of the clients' needs.
We have all the facilities, coffins, hearses, and also a chapel whereby you can finish all the funeral business at the funeral home. So it makes people feel that it makes a lot of sense to use us, because as soon as the body is here, you are relieved of problems to go sourcing services. We have got our casket making workshop, which is run by about 40 artisans and carpenters who make our coffins. So we don't outsource. The only coffins that we outsource are those that we have to import for the high cost coffins for those people who would like to buy executive imported coffins. Those are the only ones we outsource. Otherwise, locally, we are self-sufficient through our workshop.